Greetings, YouTubers. My name is Nhlanhla Zuma. I'm a beekeeper and would like to share with you some of the learnings that if you want to start beekeeping, it's what you can do. Today, I'm going to take you through the lesson on protective equipment as well as tools that you can use in order to be effective and productive in your apiary. Now, let us talk about the bee suit. Bee suit is one of the most important equipment that you can use to protect yourself against bee stings. Bee suit is such an important tool because African bees have a tendency of being aggressive, and as they become aggressive, they can sting you. And stinging is very problematic because you can either be hospitalized or even die from the bee sting. So it's always important to make sure that you are kitted up, you are dressed up properly in order to prevent the bee stings. The next important protective equipment is the gloves. Your gloves are one of the most important tools or protective equipment you would need, as you will make sure that as you work, your hands are free from bee stings. If every time you are working and the bee stings you on your hand, you won't be able to carry out all the essential work that needs to be done in an apiary. So it will be important to make sure that your hands are covered properly, and where the gloves meets the actual bee suit, you need to tie what you call a duct tape or a sellotape or a cellophane, however you may call it in your country. It's important to tie everything that has to do with a possible entry of a bees into your bee suit. While we are talking about a duct tape, it is important to note that as you are wearing your gloves or as you are wearing your boots, you make sure that you tie around where the boot meets the suit and the gloves meets the suit. Those areas, bees can crawl and actually enter through those spaces and sting you. And the other thing that is important is to make sure that when you work with bees, you are careful and you obey all the rules in terms of safety around the bees. Now, let's talk about the boots. Wearing boots, especially the water boots, when you work with bees, it's one of the most protective shoes that you can wear, because if you wear normal shoes, they are too short and the bees can enter through into your feet. So when you wear a boot, at least it is longer and it doesn't expose you to bee stings. So boots are one of the most important protective equipment that a beekeeper can have. And as you can see in most pictures, all beekeepers, they wear these water boots to help them prevent the bees getting into their feet and stinging them. Now, let us talk about the bee tools. These tools will help you make your work with ease, attend to your work with ease, as these tools are designed to help you make the work a bit easier. We'll start with the smoker. A smoker is one of the important tools you can have because it has a number of advantages. One, when you smoke the bees, it means that the bees will be able to attend to the smoke and make sure that the pheromones within the hive are not spread amongst the bees to actually communicate to say they are attacking you. So it is important to have a smoker, as it will disturb the bees. And the other part is that when bees feel or see or sense a smoke, it tells them one thing: concentrate on eating the honey so that they can go. So as they concentrate on eating the honey and you are working with them, it will give you ample time to work with them without them focusing on you, without them stinging you. So and a smoker helps in that regard. Now I take you through to the next tool that we have. One of the most important tool is the Hive Tool. The Hive Tool gives you the opportunity to work through your frame. But as you open the box, the bee box, you use the Hive Tool to actually separate the lid from the actual box, because what happens, the bees propolize everywhere around the lid, and it becomes so stuck that it's difficult to remove or take away the lid just by using the hand. So the Hive Tool actually helps you to probe into that space where you can then be able to lift the lid. So Hive Tool comes in handy, and in lessons to come, I'll definitely take you through how do you use the Hive Tool, what are the ways of handling the Hive Tool. So in today's episode, it is just to give you an overview of what all these tools are and what do they do. Now we talk about the bee brush. The bee brush is also important, because as you work, as you inspect your hive, you are able to use the brush to gently brush away the bees and not kill them or crush them. So the bee brush helps and work in so many ways. Especially when you're harvesting, you can use the bee brush to actually brush off the bees from the frame where you are taking the bees. So bee brush comes in so many ways, and it helps to actually achieve a certain purpose, that is to remove the bees without hurting them, without crushing them safely. In closing, I would say there are many tools that are used in the handling and working with bees, but I've just mentioned a few that are bare essential for you to be able to use when you work with the bees. What is important that I'm advocating is that when it comes to bee tools, we should be making our own tools to work with bees. As farmers, as entrepreneurs, we need to make sure that we cut all unnecessary cost, and to buy these things from time to time actually eats away our profit. So it is important that when we consider these type of tools, we are able to make them and cut the cost. Where it's possible, let's make these tools and actually sell them amongst ourselves to improve the profits of the industry, to improve the profit for this type of a business venture. So this is my appeal to everyone. Let's work together and make sure that we are able to profit on this venture. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.